I get you to state your full name for the record and spell your last name?
My name is Pamela Schonert, that's Chonert.
Schonert, were you in the room this morning when I went through the penalties for perjury?
Yes, I was.
Do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I was.
You gave sides to the potential penalties for perjury. Do you promise to tell the truth in this case today?
Yes, I will.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Michael.
Good morning. And is it okay if I call you Pam?
Sure.
Pam, can you first identify for the commission where your affected property is?
It is in section 15, township 140 north, range 80 west, and it's about 3.5–4 miles north of Bismarck.
So in relation to the new Costco, is it north and east of highway, or of Bismarck?
It's it's north of Costco, and I'm very bad at directions. Yes, east.
And so tell us a little bit about this property.
It's farmland, and it's been in my family since 1938. My grandfather Joseph and my grandmother Ann bought it, and then my father, a World War II veteran, and he married my mom in 1948, and my grandparents retired and moved to Yakima. My parents took over the farm, and then in 1951 I was born, so the best thing ever happened to them. And so I am the third generation of Pascals to have owned and lived on this land. My son is the fourth generation, and my granddaughters will be the fifth generations.
And you said it's mostly farmland. How many acres?
Well, I can show you. We're going to take our whole field. This is an easement, or picture of the water guts design. And so I don't know. This is 115 acres right in here. I would say, I don't know, we might as well forget the whole part of it because we're not going to be able to do anything with it. And then they want this easement, and then they want this easement. So all our land is covered.
Okay. What is your absent the pipeline? What was your intention for this land? What was your plan on how to use this land?
Well, we wanted it for future generations. Just north, the farmland is where my son lives, and my sister owns land, and my brother owns land. And my brother's daughter wanted to build a house there, and my sister's daughter might want to build a house there, and my son was in the middle of planning to build a new home. And now we're so stressed out about this that I told him we can't live there. I don't sleep at night thinking about my granddaughter. What size self-contained breathing apparatus do I buy for them? I don't know. For a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. If this pipeline breaks, how long do they have before they get out? Mr. Powell said at the Watson meeting, no, how do you put that? No electrical vehicles will benefit. I thought, how are they going to be rescued? There's no electrical vehicle. I don't understand.
And so one of the issues that the commission is deciding with this is whether or not this pipeline will produce minimal adverse effects. impacts on the property owners. And you said that your concern is that you don't want your family and your grandkids living in proximity to this pipeline.
Exactly.
Tell us specifically what it is that concerns you.
I'm afraid that the pipeline is going to break. Oh, the land will be rendered useless. I mean, we rent it right now. We won't be able to rent it. We will no longer be able to insure it.
And I'm going to stop when you say you're not able to rent it. Tell me, what's your concern about it?
Well, because the pipeline goes through the middle of the field. And we're going to rent him a couple of acres, and then he's going to turn around and, I mean,
So is your concern with the pipeline that if it's only buried 48 inches, that it's not deep enough to facilitate farming?
well, we can't take the chance that there's a third-party strike. Or what would we do if he hits it? We can't afford to pay Summit for this pipeline.
Now, have you made inquiry of anyone as to whether or not you can get insurance for that?
We're waiting to hear from our insurance, and she just went. She's made a face. So I'm assuming she knows that we won't be able to, but she's just an agent. She had to wait for headquarters.
Now, one of the other things that the application requests from the commission is that the commission weighed in procedures, requirements, and time schedules laid out in the application. Do you believe that this pipeline project should be delayed until PHMSA completes their safety review?
I am so tired of Summit using PHMSA rules, North Dakota rules, to their advantage. And if they don't work towards their advantage, then they don't use them. Now, yes, I think they should wait for PHMSA.
Do you have anything else that you would like to tell the commission?
I just wanted to touch on, he said there were 72 people that signed easements. And just because they signed an easement doesn't mean that they support this project. They might have needed the money. They didn't understand what they were signing. They signed, but now they regret it. They felt pressured. There's so many things that I could say. This is my land, our land, and it's been in my family forever. They don't deserve it. Thank you.
Mr. Baker, any questions?
Questions?
Mr. Fallon, any questions? Mr. Bach, any questions?
Just briefly, you mentioned, Ms. Schonert, that we can no longer insure the land. In the exhibits, and I'm not asking you to look at these, but the new exhibits we provided to the commissioners today, there's two letters, which are exhibits 173 and 174. And were you aware that there's two insurance companies who have taken the position that farmers, ranchers, landowners who provide an easement to Summit will not be able to secure insurance for the pipeline area should a leak occur because it's considered a pollutant under the insurance policy and therefore excluded from coverage?
I did not know that there were two insurances that already had stated that, but I was concerned about it.
And those two are Farmers Union Insurance and State Farm Insurance.
We have State Farm.
Go ahead.
Mr. Prentice, any questions? Commissioner Chrisman?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I was slow at getting your land description down. You say section 15 of 140 north and 90 west.
Yes. Yes.
So that is just east of Highway 83, correct?
Yes.
And the railroad south through the eastern.
And that's another question that hasn't been brought up. They have to go underneath the railroad for this pipeline. What's going to happen there when trains go over, vibrations? That's another concern. I worry about everything. I'm a grandmother, I do.
I just wanted to verify that I'm with the right spot here.
Yes. We're about 4 miles north of Bismarck right now. We used to be 10.
And did you say you live on the?
No, I live in Bismarck, my son.
Son.
My son, daughter-in-law, and 2 granddaughters.
How far from the line route?
Less than a mile.
It's not in that section.
I have, well, they don't live right in that.
And the last night, when you were talking to your insurance agent, so insurance covers a lot of things. Were you talking about just in general
A liability.
or were you talking about insurance on you or people using your land not damaging the pipelines?
It was for our renter, so that if he would get hurt while doing something on the farm, we would have insurance that would cover liability insurance.
Will they, are you saying that they won't give you insurance at all, or they won't insure that something is related to the pipeline?
Something that's related to the pipeline. If there's a strike or,
Could you still get general farm liability,
I don't know.
your renter?
Like I said, we haven't heard from our insurance agent yet, so I don't know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Hollenbacher?
Thank you. Pamela, you indicated when asked about minimal adverse effect, your land being useless, and you referenced that you currently have someone renting the land, correct?
Right.
Have you had any discussions with that renter if the pipeline comes in that he does not want to rent it?
Or we can't afford to rent it if we can't get liability insurance. We can't have a renter on there.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification on the questions.
Mr. Dawson?
Commissioner Hogan? Have you signed an easement yet?
No.
No question.
Mr. Lionel, any return?
I have none now.
All right, thank you, Mr. I'm sorry, there's too many misters. Ms. Schoner?